WWE. I see these commercials. It's WrestleMania
Not the
this
World
weekend.
Wildlife Environmental.
That's like wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being a kid and watching wrestling and Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage, all those guys, and just really being into it until I started getting hair on my nuts. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And once that happened, it was like, you know what I mean?
I can't outgrew it.
There was more important things to get behind and try to pursue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always trip off. There's grown men that are really into this.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was just wondering, so have you ever in your life watched wrestling? Do you watch it now? Are you one of these people I'm getting ready to make fun of, maybe?
No, you're not.
Okay.
So here's my experience with wrestling.
Okay.
When I was younger, I don't even know what age, maybe 10 or something like that. My parents had friends that we would go over to their place, and they had a son who was into wrestling. Like, he had the dolls and shit, and it was always on the TV.
Right.
And I mean, we maybe only went over there like 5 times in my childhood. That was it. Seeing this other kid that was into it was like the only exposure I had to wrestling. Fast forward like 30 something years.
Yeah.
And I think it's Sunday night when we're going to bed, my wife and I, we have the TV on, and whenever like normal shows end, wrestling comes on.
Okay.
And one of us will immediately look for the remote to change the channel. Right. Because it's just so distracting. It's kind of like if you were to try to go to sleep with heavy metal music playing in the background or something.
Right. There's all kind of shit jumping off.
Yeah. And it's just like, everybody there's like a hype man, and it's just like, oh shit, this is too much. It's not even so much that it's wrestling. It's just like, I'm trying to fucking chill, and so we changed the channel, and that's it. So my
So
entire
you've never been into it.
No. My entire history with wrestling is actively trying to avoid it. I got you. But each his own. I know that their whole fan base is just like,
oh yeah, it's tremendous. They're on the stock market. They're up a point or two recently. You know what I mean? They're letting fans back in for WrestleMania 37. Who knows what it is, but
yeah.
I try to, because like I said, I liked it. I enjoyed it when I was, when I was a kid, a little boy. Hulk Hogan was tight, Macho Man, the Road Warriors, all those guys. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying. The reason why I thought about this was, when did it switch? And it switched when I got hair on my nuts, and that's one instance. But once you realize, this is what I don't understand about adults into it. Like, once you realize it's bullshit, and they're just kind of playing grab ass and screwing around, how could you be into it? Like, once the cat's out of the bag, that because when you're young, you don't realize it. You think, man, this is great, dude.
Right.
Hulk Hogan he's so awesome. But once you get to that point where you realize that everything about this is bullshit, what keeps people there?
I don't know. But there is clearly a demographic of people that are latched onto it, and they're hardcore too.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's not the same as like if either one of us or anyone else was like into boxing or MMA, because that veil on wrestling, like you said, it got lifted at some point where you're like, oh, this is all fake. What the fuck?
Right.
Now, to that point, I do think I've seen a documentary on dang, I don't know. I couldn't tell you who the guy was. I don't think it was Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's I mean, these dudes, they do put themselves through, like, they go through hell.
Yes.
Like, they are getting hit with chairs and shit like that.
No, yeah, the downside. There was a show on Vice, the Vice channel, talking about the downside of the ring or something like that.
Something
where it would just have all these stories about what happened to these guys, the steroids, the concussions, just they all the erratic behavior. You know, some of them probably had CTE, like
Right.
what football players have,
Yep.
because they
Yep.
do put they're huge men and they put their body through,
Through hell.
tremendous, just yeah,
Yeah. Like
trauma.
yeah.
It's just
I think that documentary was talking about like just injections that they get like in their back,
right.
multiple back surgeries, and then like
Yeah,
get back in there, and then I don't understand the full history of it, but I know that and maybe this shit's fake too, like beef with Vince McMahon. Was he the owner of the
yep,
WWE?
yep.
And like he
He
wasn't paying people or something. I don't know, man. It was kind of like whatever this documentary is, it painted this picture of like these guys are going through hell, and this is basically like the same thing as a circus,
a
and they're just
yep,
they're
yep.
just there and until they're old, and then
Traveling around the world,
yeah,
doing, every night, damn near, you know,
yeah.
destroying their bodies, all for the sake of grab ass. Just out there
or
screwing around.
or entertainment, but yeah,
Well, yeah.
ultimately to a
I
lot of us,
mean,
that's what it looks like.
but like I said, if you're a kid and you're into wrestling, I completely get it. I was one of those kids.
Hmm.
Once you get to the point where, you kind of see behind the curtain, or you realize like, well, wait a minute, come on. You know,
Yeah,
you can't hit somebody with a chair and they're cruising around like nothing happened. Or
yeah.
so
What do you
it's
mean
just
Santa Claus is fake?
it's really
Yeah.
it's just really strange. And some of them, a lot of not a lot of comedians, but there's a few comedians I listen to on their podcasts, and they're just really into it, and they lean towards the storyline and the foolishness of it, but they're still into it. Like you can laugh at some of the jokes or the histrionics, their wild behavior
Hmm.
up to a certain point. So
Yeah,
anyway, I was
yeah.
just tripping off that.
Yeah. No, it's not me. I
I
can't. I just can't watch it. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it.
I remember being a kid and just being really excited about WrestleMania. And so I guess that's why I had this flashback. Like, wow, where did it turn for me? But yeah, it turned for me a long time ago. You couldn't pay me to watch it or get into it. So,
Yeah. I don't know. I wish somebody from the other side was here to explain
bro, you
what
just
that
don't
is.
get it, dude. It's grab ass on a whole different level, man. Like the way they're wrestling and just it's awesome.
Nah,
No,
nah, nah. I can't do it. Wasn't
feet.
uh, wasn't The Rock a wrestler at one point?
Yep.
So
And
some people that break out, like Hulk Hogan broke out.
John Cena, he's one of the guys. I'd heard of him. He's but I never knew he was a wrestler. I just thought, oh, cool, we got another big white dude who's an actor now.
Right.
But he comes from the world of wrestling. Back to that movie or Vince McMahon, he used to own the rights to The Rock. Like when Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, tried to break into Hollywood, he was just going to use The Rock because that was his brand. He built it,
Mm,
and Vince McMahon was like, "Nah, buddy, you can't.
yeah,
I own that."
that was in the fine print on that contract you
Right.
signed.
So he's just he's Dwayne Johnson now. But anyway,
Oh, huh. Yeah, that's the kind of like shady stuff that it was talking
right?
about. And you've got all these people that are locked into these contracts and
Yeah,
just getting their ass kicked. And
basically,
like
yeah.
no insurance and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I don't know all the details of it, but it sounds like a shitty situation. But if you're a dude that's like you're just huge and you're kind of built for that and you're
Yeah.
not in the NFL or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like I guess a natural path for some people, which makes sense. But
Definitely,
then
you
you
could
get
just
trapped in that.
no drug testing. You could you could take some steroids, get roided out, get
Yep.
huge, and start playing grab ass with men, flipping them around and hugging them, and
Sounds perfect to me.
putting them into the turnbuckle, and all kind of stuff. They got women in wrestling now, so
Yeah.
I mean they've had women,
Is it
but
becoming more popular?
more popular. The stereotypes used to always crack me up. The black wrestlers would be out there strutting and dancing.
Nice.
You know what I mean? With a bucket of chicken and some
They would do
Kool-Aid.
that? Oh, come on, dude. I don't know if you're bullshitting right now or not.
Yeah,
I
dude.
can
Yeah,
see it.
one dude, his name was like, seriously, he was anyway. He used to come out there with a bucket chicken and just, do the
Love
whole
it.
9 yards. Orange soda, some
Purple
water.
drink. Love
Anyway,
it. Just
I'm just
acting it up.
I'm just bullshit. But nah, the stereotypes.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good times. WrestleMania 37. Good luck to all the participants. You know what I'm trying to say.
You're gonna make me
Anyway.
want to watch it now, but no.
Yeah, you should.
You tell me how it
Pay-per-view.
goes. Oh, you got to pay. Oh no, I'm good. I can't just turn it on my one of my
Whatever.
3 shitty channels.
Hold on, let me see.
That
Yep.
movie is called The Wrestler. By the way, I looked it up.
Yeah, no, the Wrestler was the one with Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. Yep.
Tremendous movie.
Yep.
Tremendous. It really breaks it down about he's an aging wrestler who's
Right.
been through the rigors of war and his whole little journey. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
And it's a great movie because you've never watched wrestling and you're saying it's a good movie.
And I watched it. Yep.
So yeah, it's WrestleMania 37. So shout out to all the momos out there who are going to watch that and get into it. Good job.
Not yeah.
That's momos with an M.
With an M, in case you were wondering.
Right. I'm not, come on. It's 2021.